Alright, welcome back everyone. We're up to game 2 here between Moonglade and sadistx. It is going to be on Steps of War. sadistx did lose game 1 in this round of 32 matchup, so he has gone and chosen Steps of War to bring him back in it. So, really, we're going to have sadistx spawning as the green Terran at the top right hand corner, and we're going to have Moonglade spawning in the bottom left hand as the purple Zerg. Now, this is going to come really hard for Moonglade because Steps of War is a very difficult map against a very aggressive Terran. So I'm really interested to see what sadistx has up his sleeve to see how we go. Sif, are you back? Let me know what you think if you're back. I can, but you're really, really low. But anyway, so
Hello?
there we go. Alright.
Okay. So yeah, no, I'm back, and look, that last game was really interesting to see. Glade absolutely owning the map and going onto 4 base versus 2, and I think the only reason was because Sadis went for a build that you need to do a lot of damage with, like with harassment, and unfortunately Glade had that like pinned down. So it would be interesting to see if Sadis decides to go for the 1-1-1 build again. I think something a bit more macro orientated and safe instead of a harassment play would be good, and then just using like a ground army to kind of push through and do some damage early game would work more in his favour. But we'll see if Sadis has learned from that last game. I mean, he might get to grips with Moonglade's playstyle and go, okay, how can I counter that? Or he might do something similar and might not learn, and we'll see how that plays out. But once again, Moonglade going nuts with the harassment of that drone, trying to take out the SV. It looks like this time around he's going to get it! He did!
Yeah, definitely getting in the mind of sadistx. Not something you want to happen after you get a loss on your first match of the set and series. But is Moonglade going to get his oh my god, move your drone, don't lose it. 1 HP. He's going to go around and run away while that drone does get slow regen on the health. He's going to go for that. Wow, that's really ballsy. A 15 hatch on Steps of War. Wow.
But I mean, he must be feeling good after like last game. I mean, this would pay off if he doesn't, succumb to any kind of early 3-gate, maybe even moving into 5-gate pressure. But yeah, absolutely bold move. But then again, with 1 game up your sleeve, why not?
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got seems like a spawning pool going down now, and also we don't see any gas yet from Moonglade. Now I'm not a Zerg player on Stable. You've got actually more experience than me playing as Zerg. When you do the FE like this, I mean, is it normal not to get gas so early? Like instead of,
It depends on what you want to do. Moonglade does love his spine crawlers, so he's probably going to just try and max as many minerals as he can, plant 3 or 4 spine crawlers to defend himself against any kind of early push. If we have a look back here, we do have a factory coming from sadistx. I'm not really sure why he'd choose Steps of War and not go for some kind of 3 racks or something really aggressive, because the rush distance is so short. As if you look, there we go. See, like I was saying, he does love those spine crawlers, Moonglade. So we'll see how many more.
It's also good to note as well. Moonglade did move down the perfect amount of drones at this point of the game to establish good economy for expansion. Usually the pro players move down 3 to 4 drones to get that little bit of an economy boost, because by the time you get your expansion online, you'll have double saturation. So that means 2 lines of drones, and then you start moving the 3rd line of drones to your or you anticipate the 3rd line and you move them to your expansion. That actually enables you to get the best amount of saturation for the early game. So it's good that Moonglade has got that down. Once again, spine crawlers, I mean, he's got excellent placement there. Right now, the spine crawler will be covering a radius. That means if people try and go up the main, like the ramp into the entrance to the main, the spine crawler will be able to reach there. They try and kite or skirmish around to the side towards the right gas of Moonglade's natural expansion, the spine crawler will be able to reach there. So Hellion harassment, which looks like it's going to be likely, is going to be difficult to pull off. Nonetheless, it can be done. Obviously, your units will take a little bit of a hit. Double spine crawler now.
Yeah, so he's going to put down our 2nd spine crawler up the top there to deal with any kind of Hellion stuff. His creep is already moving out across the map. We do have a couple of marauders pulling back. We got two racks and a factory. The Hellions will come out. I'm just not sure if it's going to do the damage he wants. If we have a quick look, it's 21 SCVs to 29 drones, with going to be more drones on the way pretty much instantly. As Glade is floating about 400 minerals right now.
He's actually allowed himself to get capped. That was the problem. Yeah, so he's made those 3 overlords. Got another 10 seconds to be made. Unfortunate mistake there by Glade to get capped at such a critical time during the Hellion harassment. Trying to stop the creep tumors there. I don't really know if that's a good idea. I mean, it's a bit of waste of a couple of shots there, to be honest.
No, you definitely want to stop those creep tumors, especially if you can stay away from the spine crawlers, because the longer you delay that creep getting to your base, just the more frustrated and less vision Moonglade will have. So if we have a look here, he's going to go Baneling Nest too. So it looks Lings with speed with Banelings. We get 30 Lings on the way. I think he just wants to bust in right now. So,
yeah, I mean, once again, Sadist has done the weaker of the 2 kind of blocks. And this is one of the things I don't understand. Terran players using double supply depot or single supply depot to block off your main. Oh, it's an all-in!
Oh, there we go. So this is going to be interesting. Oh my god, is the Baneling Nest done? More for your Banelings right now. Glade does see all this coming. He sees the SCVs. He's pulling back a lot of his Lings. Is he going to make a bit of Banelings?
Oh, this Baneling will be like the perfect counter to this SCV Reen Rorta combo. Those Hellions might be a bit pesky being able to kite though. But
he's kept it out of the scan range too. Here comes sadistx with all his units, and the Banelings are done. They're going to run down this ramp, and this is going to be very dangerous. No! He doesn't see them. Gets us around on the Lings. Completely wipes it up, and it just brushes off that all-in like it wasn't even there coming from Moonglade. Unfortunately,
that is so painful. Now, definitely that was such an all-in strategy. I don't know why sadistx hasn't called GG already, but he's now down at lower than just about half of the SCV count of Moonglade. Moonglade going for a Baneling bust, morphing in 12 Banelings, which will be more than enough to get inside the base to blow everything up, and there's absolutely no troops really that can defend against this. sadistx opting to have 4 Hellions, and by the time it's popped another 3 Marauders.
Baneling's going up the ramp, takes out both supply depots, and the Hellions are trying to kite as best they can, but there's just speedings. They're going to get us around on that. The Banelings are going into the Marauder. I think that was a mistake. But Lings are now in the SCV line, chilling down on the Hellions. And also the SCVs, that has to be a GG, because I'm pretty sure there's only like 3 SCVs, 4 SCVs, and there's a GG, so Moonglade will 2-0 this. sadistx, unfortunately, will bow out in round of 32.
I mean, that was incredible gameplay by one of Australia's best players. So good on Moonglade for passing over to the next round.